Pharrell just produced the entire Clipse album, but why do they love his beats so much? And today we're gonna uncover the secrets behind them. From starting a beat from scratch to sampling in the most unique ways. What sets Pharrell aside from most producers and why he has such longevity is his ability to think outside the box. And this is something you should definitely consider as a producer. When we listen to his early gritty production like Grinding,
backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip, it's off the hard,
to his more polished production of today,
reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than.
You can clearly hear how his production has evolved over the years. But what makes it work is the rhythm, the pocket, and the tiny little detail. Whether he's using his own sounds or a sample, his drums aren't doing too much, his calls are minimal, every sound means something. First, let's listen to Ace Trumpets.
Ace trumpets in rose mode. Yellow diamonds look like PP.
To achieve this sound, we want to start off by stacking a various amount of choirs. This makes the beat sound rich and full. Pharrell uses very minimal chords and doesn't focus the beat on big melodies. So I use 2 minor chords with this first sound turning the attack to 0 and EQing out some lows and highs. Then layered a second choir, but this time with some O's. Then I exported it and stretched it. Then another choir, this time of E's, which I turned into a pad with a wide reverb by turning it up in the VST and also changing the mix so it sounds far away. Then I found this top line choir melody from Splice. Then to follow Ace Trumpets, we want to add some subtle melody which will complement the bounce of the drums. So first I add this glockenspiel. Then add in that signature guitar sound known to Pharrell.
That's the other one I made.
Both of these melodies use that call and response, which gives that back and forth groove to keep the beat interesting without overcrowding it. Then for the last 2 bars, add in a bell pad and cutting the notes by quarters, bringing it up an octave to give it brightness. Then for the drop part of the beat, we want to use a saw synth. So we change the top line of the chords to have that repeating top line note. Then to give it that grittiness Pharrell used, we want to go into mini V, turn on the glide and turn the knob up high, then turn up the mod wheel and turn the unison on. Now it will give those chords that sliding attack. For the first section, the drums want to create that sense of build-up, adding a kick on the 1, various Congo percussion, and a triangle, which was played in by hand to give that natural rhythm, as he tended to use an MPC. Then for the second section, the drums are different. This time adds an 808, which follows the bass notes and uses melodic notes to give the 808 its own sense of bounce. I'll show you more techniques that Pharrell used on his drums to keep energy. Let's move on to the next beat, which is So Be It.
When I was born, grandmama could see it. I be Bentley driven and very strategic.
For this, he uses a sample, which is an Arabic sample that's very unique. And this is what sets him aside from the rest. The samples artist has never been sampled before. This is because he has such a great ear for music. He will spend hours finding the right sound, and this is something you should do as a producer. So to find my own sample, I went to Samplet, selecting some filters and refreshing over and over until I found this one. Pharrell also does this when trying to find the right drum sounds, and we'll dive more into his drums at the end of this. But first, when looking closely at his production, the way the sample has been used has a lot of impressive techniques that producers can learn from. Just like So Be It, this sample has been split into 3 sections. Again, he does this to keep the beat interesting, starting with the intro. The intro uses that vocal and string layer.
لو سألك حد عني قول ملناش نصيب.
Then for the main section, Pharrell does something very clever. He finds 4 quick chops and just slows them down. Then finds a random part of the beat with a vocal. Then again adds that random chop at the end.
أنا عايزة القعد بينا يبقى أنا عايزة القعد بينا يبقى.
Then the last section just loops a string section. For the drums, he does something completely different on So Be It, something that not many producers do on their regular beats, and that's reversing the hi-hats and the claps. Then add in a kick with a stomp, and on the kick, EQing out a lot of low end. Then another technique that's very outside the box, he slightly shifts the kick over to the left. This way it's not clashing with the 808. And the way he uses his 808 on the beat is not a conventional way, which would normally be playing in the bass notes of the chords. He actually uses notes within those chords, which gives it a refreshing melodic tone. Then if we listen together, it all sounds like this.
عني قول ملناش نصيب.